Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We're back to talk one of our favorites. It's Love Island USA. This is season 5, episode 26. This is the Monday night episode following the Casa Amor recoupling. So I guess we're about week 4 now, Brian. Um, this episode started off really hot. We had the KK and Keenan reunion conversation. I mean, they literally didn't get up from the circle and everyone
Mhm.
else did, which I appreciated. I was like, cool, we're not going to beat around the bush here and avoid each other. Let's get to it. I didn't feel like the initial confrontation was too bad, right? He was kind of reiterating that he was just trying to give a full chance to someone. She said, you disrespected and broke one of the only rules we made, which was no sharing a bed. Pretty cut and dry, right?
Right.
He got himself a little upset and stormed off. That's when it got a little bit interesting because he did come in and interrupt the Marco and Hannah conversation with KK. And Hannah wanted to go and literally steal her back. That part was a little weird to me, right, Brian? I mean, I don't think he was gonna. It's not some abusive situation here, right? I mean, what was your whole vibe on the beginning part? Because I want to talk about that before I talk about where I think this is all going.
My vibe on it is what we said yesterday is what I'm very much fearing is this is going to be a very quick reconciliation. And I think the only reason that they were trying to pull her is to honestly maybe stop that. Because I think somebody made a comment like, "Yo, I'm at this point. It's all on you. Like we're not going to keep standing up for you. We're not going to keep like being there, your shoulder to cry on if you keep going back." And that's like what I'm worried about.
I know Carmen was very in like heavy into that as well. I mean, her even kind of talking about some of the situation, but I agree, and that's what I kind of wanted to get to. I don't see. I don't. I mean, besides the fact I believe that there are genuine feelings on KK's part towards Keenan. So some may even say like genuine love there. I don't think she's going to. If she wasn't going to at least even bring someone over from Casa More, I doubt one of these final, what, 3 or 4 people maybe that come in this final 2 weeks. Realistically, like I said, we're looking at about another 14 to 15 episodes max.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you. I think unfortunately, Brian, this is going to be about like how they could have a redemption story basically and the ups and downs. And I think 6, 7 days from now, I think the narrative is going to be like how they really tested themselves and really grew together, right? And it's going to be everyone else there is going to be no, it's crap. Most of us will know it's crap. And I think America is going to know it's crap because I don't think they have any shot of
No,
winning.
no chance, no chance.
No shot.
And I mean, this is what we were saying. Like a quick reconciliation. We're not. How can we feel bad for you if you're just going to roll over like this? And
We're
then
not.
also for him, if somebody else comes in, he could be like, "Oh, well, you forgave me in 1 hour, or what was it? Like they talked for an hour. She's like, "Oh, I'm not ready to be."
It
Really
was the next day in the daytime. They were
Yeah,
sitting
well,
on the
that's when
chair
she's like, "I
together.
want to apologize to you," but even she says like later that night, like, "Oh, I'm not. I'll think about saying I'm like accepting it," and it's like this is bad. This is bad. So I don't. I think it makes her look bad, honestly.
We'll have an acceptance by like
Tomorrow.
Thursday night. I'd say like we'll get like can have the like build up from like tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. Someone shows up, but I
Well, there's
don't.
no Wednesday. Wednesdays now that Casa's
Oh,
done. There's only 2 episodes. That's still not good enough for me.
yeah, that's right.
That's
There is no
that's
Wednesday.
like literally one day, like a day plus, day and a half
Well,
between like
especially
now
because we're
and
gonna have the
Thursday.
day off that we don't see
Yeah, so
too.
I mean, even just the timeline of the show because they just literally picked up, they just turned the camera off and it was like, okay, we're gonna start Monday's episode now, and it's I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like it for her. I thought she would be a little more like the way Cassie's acting is the way I think that KK should be acting.
All right, well, let's talk about Cassie then. Obviously, Cassie and Leonardo, still being shamed by the house, kind of still walking around pouting. He does finally, I think it's worth bringing up what he does this episode. He does tell Johnny basically that, I'm just not really as like into you as I am into her. it still leaving the door open for her. What was kind of crappy about that is Johnny kind of had to pry that out of him, and he didn't really come forthright
Right.
about that, which I thought, again, just not making himself look great. This dude is just setting himself up to get voted out. Um, but yeah, Cassie has the conversation, like you said. She does give him the crap. She tells him the common sense things that why what he is saying is crappy. She says that she's done with him, but she tells Mattia that she's not like fully there and ready, and that
Yeah.
he should feel open to other women if they come in or express interest, aka right, she's somehow leaving the door open for her and Leo to reconcile, maybe just a little bit slower than KK and Keenan.
Right. I mean, still not good, but better to me than KK. I don't know, man. Like, that she said, like, you lost me. Like, so she's saying the right things to Leo's face, but now that just seems like an act. And again, I don't think people are gonna like the public isn't gonna take Leo and Keenan seriously anymore. So if you're trying to win the show and find love, you're not gonna win.
I will agree that I think you could agree with me that it doesn't seem like Mike will go for KK. Looks like Mike re-dipping his toes in the
With
Destiny
Destiny,
pool.
yeah.
The Destiny stuff is interesting. She's obviously trying to kind of, it's the kind of tug of war between them. They're each trying to kind of have like the upper hand per se in the
Yeah.
dynamic, right? Each
Hmm.
one of them is trying to have the other one on the hook. And I think they are people that are vulnerable to like some new people coming in. Again, I don't think Mike has any interest in finding actual love on this show. So like that leads me to think he would hop
Yeah.
pretty quick. Again,
Right.
frankly.
Yeah, that's what we said. Like they're definitely the weakest couple. We said that last night. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Hannah O and
We got
Destiny.
no Hannah O this episode.
Yeah, basically him telling her that he's like halfway into it. So yeah, I don't like being right on some of these things, but it's just the way. God, when you watch this show, it's almost like it's telegraphed. All right,
I'm
let's get Berg out of the way, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brian. I got to do it. We literally got it spelled out verbatim that Bergie doesn't know how to kiss, doesn't know how to use tongue. The was one of the it like it again. I asked you the great well rounded commenters we have here in the comment section. Are there any women here in our comment section that would find that to be attractive in any way to want to have to like teach this dude how to literally kiss? Like I'm sorry, he's 24.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, I mean, teach their own. But if you're on the show, I just think it's pathetic.
it's becoming painful. It's getting awkward.
The problem that it like annoyed me so much about that is they like hung on it.
Yeah, why
It's
do we
like a
have to see
minute
the
long
whole
scene.
session?
It was a minute long scene, and it was just like, okay, we get it. Like
They could have like done
the
some funny
conversation is
editing.
terrible. The conversation is terrible. The kissing is terrible.
She's gonna find if someone engaging comes in, she'll hop.
She should just talk to Mike.
I don't know if that's her vibe though. That's yeah.
Anybody. I mean, at this point, it's just like, yeah, we'll have to see what comes in. We'll have to see like maybe how soon the public voting is of like who's gone, like person wise.
Yeah, we haven't got to vote in a while.
Yeah, that's coming. That's definitely coming, and that's going to be very interesting.
I'm looking forward to see what the parameters are more
Yeah,
so
I
than
hope it's not
anything.
this. I hope it's not this BS where it's like, okay, the public picks the bottom three,
And then they vote.
and then they pick it, and it's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna save the people who've been here since day one. Unless it's all day one people, then I'm fine with that. But
I get that. Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, Carmen's still on my nerves. I don't like her.
I don't either, but and stop involving yourself.
Yeah,
Like
just
stop
shut up.
involving yourself in all of this.
Go
Like
be
just
boring with
go be with
Kenzo.
Kenzo.
Yeah.
Like you're good. Like you got the show really set. Also, we haven't talked about this on the show yet, but apparently the scuttle online and comments is that her
You
and
know each
Kenzo
other.
knew each other already.
Yeah. What's the screening here, dude? I don't like that
Apparently they
people know
literally
each
have the
other.
same personal trainer.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So like this seems like a setup, dude. Like
Yeah,
we
I
are
don't like
just
it. I
getting
don't like it one
together no
bit.
matter what, and we're gonna try to win this thing. But thank God I think the public's smart enough to know to not again give her the win. I think it's Hannah and Marco like all day. I think it's like cruise to victory as long as one of them doesn't do something stupid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right now, that's what we said last night too. I think that they are, because honestly, everybody else is a mess.
They're a mess. Or your Bergie.
And even like the people that like we did, I feel like we barely saw, we didn't see like Amani, and I don't even remember
We
his
didn't
name.
see Imani and
We saw Amani a little bit talking to KK, but at like a girls session. But we didn't
Kyle,
see
right? Is
a
it a
lot of,
Kyle Imani?
yeah,
Kyle.
maybe it's
Kyle.
Kyle. That might be.
Yeah, it's definitely Kyle, the big dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. Just like we're not seeing people we barely saw. We saw a little bit of Jonah, we saw a little bit of Taylor. But it's just it's the same. It's but I mean they're just doing like it's probably the other stuff's just not interesting. Is really what the problem is with
Well, the
the
one thing at
season
least
as
that's
a
good
whole
about Love
here.
Island is even if we only have a little bit of interest, there's always tomorrow for the most part. So we
Oh yeah, no
will
doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
we will be back for tomorrow night, episode 27, the Tuesday night edition. Make sure you liked and subscribed here and on TikTok to catch all of our coverage, whether it's Big Brother clips on TikTok, whether it is 60-second reviews of Love Island or Love and Hip Hop by Brian. I do below deck reviews and coverage, as well as Vanderpump and other Bravo news. Here on the YouTube channel, we have everything from The Bachelorette to The Ultimate Fighter to Temptation Island, The Challenge, Jersey Shore, 90 Day Fiance. You name it, we are probably covering it. All the Netflix shows. The Ultimatum returns in a few weeks, so Brian and I will be there
Yeah,
for week by week coverage.
dude,
So
that's like next week,
yeah, like next
the
Friday.
23rd. I have my list of shows here that ends the
The
23rd.
23rd would be next Wednesday because that's always when the Netflix shows release on Wednesdays. So I think literally Temptation Island and the Big D. And is it this week?
That finale, Big D might be over this week,
And then
but
Temptation Island is still has a
the
few weeks.
two
So right when
parters,
that's
two
ending,
parter.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
plus
right as that's
reunion.
ending, we'll get some ultimatum. Maybe we can try to get Ray Rock back. We'll look to try to maybe get another Mark Wahlberg interview post the season. Got a lot
Yeah,
of
that'd be awesome.
questions
Yeah, for
post
sure.
this season for sure. Like I said, subscribe to here and TikTok. Check out our merch store in the description below, and we appreciate all the comments. So make sure you're commenting. It's really
Yeah,
helping
definitely
out.
appreciate that.
Really helping out. But for myself and Brian, until tomorrow night, thank you. Peace.